Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 6, Episode 119 in total, titled Encounter Part 2. As Endeavor tells his team that he's fighting Shigaraki, Midoriya realizes that Shigaraki is after One for All, and uses himself as bait to try to lure Shigaraki away from the civilians. So in the last episode, we had Shigaraki's awakening, where he woke up from the stasis chamber, killed I forget it, Exless, stole his cape, and then proceeded to send out a decay wave that took out a massive chunk of the surrounding area, while also showcasing that he can decay things that are touching what he's touching and not decay that exact thing, shown in both his fingertip gloves and the ring of ground that was surrounding him. And we also briefly touched upon all of the groups. We had Hawks and, well, the aftermath of Hawks and Darby, with Tokoyami coming in to save him. We had Getten entering the fight to break the hero's attack so that the Liberation Army could recoup. And we had the first user tell Midoriya that Shigaraki was awake. So I'm assuming we're going to see at least the fallout from the decay wave continue on in this episode. In 3, 2, 1, hopefully it starts. It didn't? Now. Oh yeah, also they can't reach any of the heroes. You really had absolutely no idea what you were going up against. And think of it this way, if it wasn't for the fact that he was being such a showman, All For One could have well done this as well, just without decay. Though there is theories that say that he could have had decay at one point. Also, I've been told that the ending credits for this season, they're actually changing pretty much episode to episode. I don't know if that's true because I only ever actually paid attention to the one time after Twice's death. And I'm like, why would they spoil that in the ending? Apparently they didn't. And there's at least one scene related to the episode that's just gone in the ending. So I may have to pay attention to that this episode. There's still a lot more in this opening than I would have thought would have been. But then again, they're also very out of context. A few minutes earlier. Ooh, we're getting the mansion. He did tell you Hawks was in that blast. Samoy Yura. I forget what his name actually is. I think I got an approximation, but ice versus cement. That's an interesting battle. Death by Snoo Snoo. It had to be said, as soon as she picked it up the very crude club, it had to be said. Oh, I was. Then I died. Catastrophe. Togo went feral. Really improved your aerial maneuverability. Huh, haven't you, Endeavor? Endeavor really has been known for his momentary split-second reactions. That's like one of the things he's known for combat-wise. So him going up against Shigaraki like that is... It makes sense. Because you weren't in there for the full 4 months? I know what a windfall is. Oh, right, that's why they showed this. Just offering a reminder. That is a big thing. The weaknesses of a person you've seen. So here's the thing. She should have been able to tell that Midoriya had more than just a strength enhancing quirk. I do like the rainbow pupil effect they've given that. As soon as he started moving, Bucky was like, "Ah, this idiot's going to bite to run, so gotta help him." Oh, he does. Are you unfamiliar with our intense rivalry? The amount of times he's come after me specifically? I love the way he flies, just full. It's not a threat. See, at least the flashbacks this season so far are either from a while ago, so people would reasonably require reminding of them, or they make sense for the scene and not just put into pad time. You're a damn nerd. Basically, a EMP. You know, when this arc was coming out in the manga, and from what I've heard of people I know that have watched this already, there's been a lot of confusion about the hole in um, Shigaraki's palms. Well, they did at least verbally acknowledge it. See, that confuses me though. For some reason, Ryukyu's claw is immune to decay. So that's a very interesting little team they've got there. I've got Rocklock with his stasis field. You've got Aizawa You've got Manual to help stop Erosha from needing to blink. You've got the guy who can make swords out of his hair. And you've got Native from the Stain arc. I don't know how that dinosaur guy can fly. Uh, but the whole lab didn't decay now, did it? So that was pretty much what I was expecting to be put into this episode. Just setting up the battles, like the battlefield, getting Izuku and Bakugo into the fight, bringing the hero resistance. I wasn't sure whether the Nomu were going to be revealed this episode or not. Also, let me tell you, that decay panel in the manga, so much more unsettling when it was a still image. Because it didn't have the immediate color drain or the like full crumbling or anything. It just had the cracks spreading up their body as they got closer to Shigaraki, almost like he had a decay aura. I didn't notice any new scenes in that. But yeah, that panel was so much wilder when it was like just a single still image. Uh, let's go 285. Let's see if that's a good one. No, that overshot it. No, that's still a little too far. 75? Yeah, this is the search chapter. So I was wrong in thinking that it was a ending panel. Like I thought it was the last thing of the chapter. But if we just go over to here, you'll see how there's nothing. They appear in Shigaraki's vicinity, and then you just see little bits of cracks spreading along Midoriya's arm, and his face and all that. Like, there's no massive, just instantly their bodies are decaying and that. So, like, when you first saw that, you had no idea what to expect. Of course, in the next panel, it does. But, like, you see them actually chunking, and you're able to be like, oh, well, that's obviously not happening. But, yeah, just the panel itself, seeing Shigaraki there, and then just instantly a close up of Midoriya's face with decay traveling over him. There were a lot of people who were concerned about that. Also, I know the reason why so many people are confused as to the holes in Shigaraki's hands. That's actually a physical component of All for One. It's what's actually used to um, absorb and distribute the powers is the hole in each of the palms. It's never actually really shown well in the anime or manga prior to this. Like, I think the anime did show it in All for One once, but yeah, up until this, it never actually showed the hole until the air cannon radio waves. And everyone's like, oh, it's obviously just associated with that. Because in the panel where Shigaraki's reaching out to touch Midoriya to steal One for All, his hand's in shadow, so you can't actually see the hole anymore. But yeah. So just wanted to clarify that it's actually One for All. It's not any of the like extra quirks or anything. It's just like the absorbing method for that quirk. But yeah, this was for this arc, and this may be spoiling a little. This is a fairly quiet chapter. But that's only because I know what's coming and can compare this episode to that to say that it's a quieter one. But yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I've got nothing else to say, so I'll catch you in the next one.